Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Riverbend Springs, yeah. I always screw that up, or think I'm screwing that name up. Anyway, this is episode 13 here, or based on the 11 part 1 and part 2, 11 and 12, I guess. Yeah, so this is 13. We're here on the Can You Survive Challenge, as dreamt up by Rusty Money Gaming and Crustu. I have been working since the last time we saw each other at loading the sawmill. So I was grabbing kind of like some random trees from around the area here. I got a bunch of trees off this side, just really thinning things out a bit or a lot. I've got approximately 250,000 liters of wood in the sawmill down here already, and some wood on deck, as you'll see in a second here. You'll see what I mean by that anyways. Nothing else really changed, I don't think. I believe that after we met in the two-parter, I got... we did the late night planting and rolling. I think the last I saw you guys left me and I was just finishing rolling maybe. I had to get that done, I think. Anyways, I got up this morning here on day 2 of February, and basically just started cutting trees down and bringing them over here so we could load this thing up. So let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, 249,000. I don't think I can put anything else in there right now. No, we'll just let that stuff sit here for now, I guess. Well, okay, so big episode planned for today, and this 249,000 liters of wood, well, we might as well just, it's 10:51 now, we might as well just do it now. This is going to be set to sell. So at 11 a.m. that is going to sell, and we are going to pick up the extra money, and anyways, and we'll go through what we're going to do with that later. But first, I need to head to the store and pick up a sprayer because those fields that we made all have, I guess for the most part, say they have weeds. So we need to get that taken care of. Or it said that requires weeding, I think is what it is. So the weeds aren't necessarily there yet, but I want to make sure they don't show up. So we're going to go and get a sprayer ahead of time. I just realized, yes, I also want to repair this first. I know we bought it used. I don't think we repaired it when we bought it. I think we just immediately took it and screwed off to go do some work. There you go, $2,300 later. She is working good. I'm not gonna wash it yet. We'll wash everything kind of end of day around when we make the largest purchase. So I checked on the goats. on New Frontier, I keep calling the goats sheep, and then over here, all of a sudden, I'm calling the sheep goats. So I checked on them, and they have food, water, everything's good there. We are at capacity in the pen, so I got to figure out what to do there. Likely we'll just put in another pen and then take some of them out and move them over. Remember this? Man, those are some good looking fields. And we've got cotton in the field. I can't wait to get to March because we should see some germination, I think. Is that right? That'd be pretty cool. So we're going to give our fields the best opportunity at success. First, we're going to buy a sprayer. In about 1 minute, we'll have enough money to buy the sprayer. Come on, money. Show me the money. Show me the money. There you go. Basically $265,000 in the bank. That's good. I like that. So now we can afford to purchase the sprayer. So we're going to get one of those front tank, rear tank, 15-meter rough. Oh, I have a trail over here too. Forgot about that. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to get one of those Get one of those sprayers that has the tank mounted on the front of the tractor and the sort of rear tank that also has the sprayer arm. So let me go get that and we'll be right back. All right, so for 35.5, we now have about 2,700 liters of capacity, I believe is what it was. What it was and what it is. I think I gotta go from the other side here. So that trailer, just a quick note there, because I know we already have a trailer very similar to that. That was on sale for like, it may as well have been free, to be honest with you. It was, I would say, in the $5,000 to $8,000 range. So currently we have that steal of a deal where we, my bad. We have that amazing deal we got on seeds. I have all those bags sitting on the other trailer back at the yard, so I figured, well, it would be useful to have that extra trailer kicking around in case we needed it, right? There's no trailer hitch on this, is there? Ooh. No hitch on that. I'd be surprised if there was a hitch on that, to be honest with you. But I had to check. So let's go back to our yard because we can fill up at our bulk purchase at the Gaming Joy bulk purchase, situated right next to the Gaming Joy. Oh, come on! You had the lane. You didn't have to stop. I was busy plugging the Gaming Joy modding crew of one, Josh. Anyways, yeah. The bulk purchase and the sawmill are Game Joy mods. I just laugh because for some reason it seems to come up every single episode. When those hit Mod Hub, make sure you jump all over them. It's funny how so many people have asked me where I got the sawmill, so I've been sharing the link to where you could download it externally. But obviously, if you're on console, you have to wait. So Hopefully Giants gets everything rolling and starts to dump out mods. They came back, well, today is Friday the 10th of January 2025. So Giants came back beginning of this week, I guess, into the office, and we did get a few mods this week, but not like I thought today, being a Friday, we were going to see an absolute dump. But I mean, it's 5:30 right now here in the Eastern Time Zone in Canada. So I'm sure it's like, 6-hour difference there. So I'm pretty sure at 11:30 at night, they're not hitting send on a bunch of mods. Maybe we'll get some over the weekend, or maybe we're just waiting till Monday. But yeah, I thought we were going to get a mod avalanche or something today. Just before I forget, let me go and sell this wood. You know what? It's still set to selling, but we're gonna leave that like it is right now. We've got some money to spend today. I'll give you a quick hint since we're early on in the video, but this video will include, well, I probably put it in the description of the video anyways, but this video will include spraying for weeds. It will include spraying liquid poop. We're going to lease a slurry spreader, and we're going to go and basically touch up. There's a couple large areas of our fields that need an additional layer of fertilizer. So I did test out what I could do, because I thought, well, maybe I'll just get a sprayer and then we can use that for both spraying for, wait, which one's this? This is the herbicide, so let's do, yeah, let's start out on this field. I'm going to get a worker to help me out so I can go get the sprayer, because we do have quite a bit to get done today. But yeah, I thought I'd get a sprayer to do like liquid fertilizer, but then it wouldn't actually register as a second layer of fertilizer. So then I tried solid fertilizer, that didn't work, and then I tried slurry, and that worked, so that's good. 2 headlands maybe, just to keep the guy away from the road, or girl, or whatever. You want to start with the up downs? All right, whatever you want to do, you go ahead and do. And just call me if you run out. The hard part for me is that because there are no weeds, it doesn't actually show weeds. And it doesn't say needs weeding or anything here. So I know when I walk around, you can see the fertilizing. We'll get that in a second, but I know that when I get out of the way. Sorry. Like over here right now. Whoa, it's dangerous out here. So you see over here where it says weed growing. But then when I go to the area that was sprayed, now it doesn't. Oh, he's missing. I should see if it's a he or a she, but they're missing bits. Anyways, yeah, now it doesn't say that it needs spraying for weeds, right? Weed growing? No weed growing. So the next thing we're going to do is increase that yield bonus and the fertilized state. So we're going to take this old beast down to the store. I have store deliveries installed now. That came out, I want to say it was yesterday, it was released. But we're really not that far for where we have to go, so I might as well just drive over to the store. So we're going to go pick up the slurry spreader, and then we'll probably just rip over to the animal dealership first to grab like the first load of slurry, and then I think it's not going to cost us very much money. Slurry is pretty cheap, and then we can fill up at our bulk purchase, the Gaming Joy bulk purchase for field work. Is that it? I can't remember. It's the one that gives you like lime and seeds and fertilizer and herbicide and slurry. I don't think it gives you anything else, to be honest with you. I think that's it, but it gives you all the important stuff that you need for your field work. What did everyone think of the two-part episode that was the last would have been, actually that was today that came out. You want to see more of those? Should I have released them further apart? Do you even care? Let me get this thing leased. Alright, $5,200 later, and we have ourselves a slurry spreader. We'll be back for the trailer at some point here. They're nice enough to hang on to it for us. We're kind of a big deal around here. I forgot where I was going there for a second. I didn't see any pylons. Did you see any pylons? I'm gonna get a phone call later for sure for driving over the lawn. $653 later, we are ready to go. Yeah, so you'll see when we go back, there's not a like, it's not complete fields that have to be done. The one field, the like sort of more rounded field down by the river, it actually, I think, is probably going to require the most amount of material. The most amount of turd soup. But that's okay. We've got some time too. We're not in a rush either. My plans. Oh, look at this! Look at this! What are you doing? Unbelievably aggressive, man. So that guy was trying to pass a school bus on a bridge with a tractor coming the other way with a tanker full of slurry. That could have just been. Was it? What were the movies? Final Destination? Was that it? Final Destination? Where all those movies about like how people escaped death and then death ends up finding them, but they die in like even more horrible ways. That would have been head on with a tractor, and then the slurry would have just fully coated you. Okay, so let me look at the map just to make sure I'm in the right spot. All right, so we got the fertilizer. Yes, the only thing I have to do in this field here is this section here, and it's almost like you can tell, right? So here, yeah, so for the most part, everything over here is going to be 75% yield bonus and 50% fertilized. And then when I go over here, the majority of it's going to be 97 and 100. So let's obviously put the beacons on. Put every light we own on. Drop that sucker. Hit the cruise. And we are not spraying. Alright, let's pretend like we know what we're doing. There we go, now it's applying. So you can kind of see a color difference. Oh, look, I'm already missing. This is where the cruise control steering helper or whatever would definitely come in handy, but that's okay. I don't mind, freestyling the farming for the most part. I mean, that's how we all start out, right? Actually working the equipment, and then we eventually all graduate into, or most of us graduate into automation. So the first part of our episode here, and this is not going to be a two-parter, I can tell you that much. But the first part here is doing exactly what I'm doing right now, laying down the fertilizer, getting the weeds, future weeds taken care of. Then I've got a little bit of wool to take up to the spinnery. I don't think we really have anything else to sell. I could sell the silage, but it's just not very much. So it won't. It likely would happen off camera, is my guess, just because it's not a high value activity. But the second portion of this episode will be a large purchase and an introduction to farm number 2. I have basically solidified the plan. I guess that's the right way to say it. So I now know what I'm going to do for farm 2, and I know where I'm going to do it. So that's probably been the biggest thing to wrap my head around. So I'm going to show you. We'll likely actually purchase a field, to be honest with you. Less of a field and more of a lot, which is where we're going to be building our farm. So this second farm is going to be it's going to be an oil farm. So we're going to be growing the crops in order to feed the oil production building that's on the map. We're going to buy that building. I have no clue how much money it is, but I'm assuming it's in that $200,000 or $300,000 range. So we want to buy that, and then we want to start producing the items, like I said, to make the oil. So that'll be sunflower and canola at the very base. I don't know whether you can make corn oil or sort of any other type of oil, but we can look into that. Fish oil, maybe? All right. The lot that we're going to purchase is a... Oop, there goes that sign. Is going to be a bit of a compound. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I got to just look at the map. Okay. It's all blue. So maybe we'll go down to the... Oh. You know what we'll do? Let's go fill up with slurry. Then we'll head down to the Riverside map, Riverside field, which is down at the bottom there. And when this herbicide guy's done, we'll move him across the road, and then he can go at the very last do the river view spraying. I'm not worried about overfilling it because we could sell it if we wanted, but I mean that cost me $295 to get like 11,000 liters, so it's really a non-issue. Oh, what are you doing? And I just drove through somebody's spinach. Okay, where on earth are you trying to go? I would say that they're trying to spray this corner, is that right? Because when they spray it, it changes to that lighter color. Let's first see if we can just get some herbicide down here. I'm pretty sure this would be illegal, spraying this close to a river. Not to mention I just knocked the sign down again. I see where they're going. So let's just make sure this is done so they are not tempted. Okay, so it kind of looks like they're doing headlands now, right? Yeah, it needs weeding. Okay. Please just go straight. Spray, spray, spray. Where are you going? That's done. Wait, I think that's where they started. Crap. Did I just inherit a job? Alright, if I inherited that job, then this one's going to go on a worker down here. Let's go do that. I don't want anybody idle today. We got a lot of stuff to get done. Okay, so let me just remember. So the one to the right of us has been fertilized with the slurry. The large one here only has, there's half of it I'm going to have to do. And then this one down here needs it. So let's just unfold this. Alright, I just hit go on the worker. Let's see what they do. So this one will be able to tell where it gets fertilized, because if you look at this, when they eventually drop that and start spraying, it's going to turn a dark blue. Okay, so this looks like we now need to do this side, right? Alright, so I want to make sure I get as much of the field as possible. If I do miss the odd little bit, it's not the end of the world. Like, I'm not sure what happened here. Getting different colors. Oh well, whatever. We just want to make sure as much of this is done as possible. Yeah, so I think the total investment to get our oil farm up and running could be about $1 million. That includes a lot for our shop and all that kind of stuff. That includes there's a field that I want to put on this, or in this farm, or on this farm, or whatever, that is almost $500,000, and it's massive. So I mean, thank God for some of the assistance mods we have, so I don't have to sit there and basically work that field myself, because I just wouldn't play the game if I had to do. I just don't want to do something for that long. I like to do different things anyway. So so that's that. So have the compound, which has, I think I'm guesstimating about $100,000 worth of trees on it right now that we're going to take off, and the lot's about 100,000. So we're kind of breaking even on the lot. Then there's a couple of fields we're going to purchase to merge together. And then there's a massive field, like obscenely massive, that sits on a piece of land similar to the one we bought across the road, where even though it's a massive field, we can still expand it further. So we do have some work to do for ourselves. So in today's episode, what I'd like to do is, like I said, get this sprayed, get all the spraying done, make sure that the cotton fields are in the best possible shape and ready for anything, and then make that purchase across the way there. Oh, look, I'm full on spraying herbicide right into the river. Oh, let's hope nobody's watching. Please, nobody report me. I love turtles. Okay, so I have enough herbicide, I think, for this field down here. So we did the one over here, we did the one here, now we gotta do that one. This one, that one's been fertilized. I think I just have to do the one I'm coming off right now. I gotta fertilize that. yeah, so I'm kind of excited. Now the farm we're on right now, obviously the first farm, we only just started feeding material into the spinnery. We've managed to take a couple pallets off of it, but we still have a lot of work to do. So, anyways, I'm by no means. I guess I'm just ahead of the game when it comes to the second farm. I'm further along than I thought I would be, so that's kind of enabling me to be comfortable making this purchase. Also, like I don't think so. What I do think actually is in March and April I can plant sunflowers. So I'd like to at least get ourselves in a position. I don't think I'm going to be able to purchase the giant field yet, but I at least be able to get the first fields going and get the sunflowers in, and then when August I believe is canola. So we take that giant field and plant canola. So I'm going to show you where all this is in a minute here. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is going to be a pretty big episode as far as progress. Man, we're just like banging out the progress episodes. So that guy's taking a minute there. I'm going to give him a second, and we'll be right back to swap fields here. All right, I just took over for the worker down here to get this done. We just have the one headland basically to do. And then I have the other sprayer tractor sitting up there on the road just waiting for me. I actually took a look at the other field, and I swear we did herbicide in the field to my right, and I took the slurry spreader up to the other field, and then we swapped, right? Was that not what we did? But now it's not. It's saying that we don't have to do the other field for herbicide, so I guess we're good. Well, this is quite variable through here. Well, it looks like it's spraying, so that's good. This whole section, because I think the ground was just so varied up here. Yeah, okay, I saw that coming. There was so many rocks and different things. We plowed or cultivated a lot of different textures. Cultivated with everybody's favorite front-mounted cultivator. So this slurry spreader here is about $100,000, holds 18,000 liters, and I want to say this is like a 12 or 15 meter working width. I think that this one is about $100,000. The next one is like double the price. I don't know that it necessarily holds way more. It must do more because it's more expensive. But I think what we'll probably keep our eyes open for these. Slurry is so inexpensive, and if it's an effective layer for fertilization, then maybe we should make sure we have one of these. You never know what's going to come up for sale. The other thing we're going to need, so I'm going to be planting sunflowers and canola for farm 2. So I believe that the planter we use to put cotton into this field is also a sunflower, like it'll plant sunflowers, and I'm pretty sure it will also plant canola, if I remember correctly. I thought I saw that when I had it, and thought that was kind of strange because normally you have to go to a cedar, I think, right? Or did I see here, did they move canola to planters in FS25? I know there was somebody was talking about they had moved something that was always on the cedar and now it's on the planter. Maybe it's canola. Anyways, I'd really like that. Oh, we're going to run out here. Yep, we just ran out. I would really like the planter that we used when we put... oh, that's good enough. We got a little bit we missed there, but I'm not going to worry about it. We'll go put some slurry in for the other side there, and then we'll get to work on the other side. But yeah, I would like that planter. I don't need it today. Well, I could use it probably for the next episode, but yeah, I would like it for what we're going to need to do. Especially because, I mean, over here we're going to need to come back and plant cotton for the next year too, right? And that was a good 9 meter working width. Had a decent capacity, if I remember correctly. It was just all around good tool. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for one of those. I can tell you that it's not in the sale as of yet. I did check a couple times. Okay, go to work. Thank you and thank you. So that should be good. Yeah, we're gonna run into little spots. Probably still say needs to remove the weeds, but that's okay. Okay, let's go get the other side here. Sorry, by the other side I mean over here. Oy vey. Okay, so we'll unfold this and then we'll figure out where the midpoint is. Yeah, looks like right about here. Oh, we're empty. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I thought I had everything under control. I guess I don't. So we were on our way to fill it up and then I grabbed the fertilizer spreader. I'll figure it out. So along with our property and our postman, sorry, rain, sleet, snow, and errant tractors, they'll get through anything to bring you your mail. Yeah, we're gonna have to buy the oil mill, of which I don't know how much that costs. I'm assuming it can't be more than half a mil. It's probably closer to like, what was the spin rate, like $200,000 or $300,000 is my guess. It's gonna be something like that, but I guess we'll find out. I think I actually have to purchase it to find out, don't I? Because I think when I click on it and it says buy with a question mark, I don't think it gives me an amount, but we'll find out. We will do some research. It doesn't matter, we're doing it anyways. We're doing the oil production, and I'm going to be using the production on the map. So regardless of how much it costs, we're doing it anyways. Unless it's something like the sawmill that we got from Gaming Joy, everything else will be map stuff. Like I just like being able to use the productions that are on the map. I think especially on a map like this, like they look cool. They're sort of custom for this map now. Oh, wait, we're not applying any material yet. And now we are. So yes, anyways, a big expense there, big expense in the property. But I think it's going to be good, especially I'm kind of tackling a bit of a demon in that I'm not a huge fan of giant fields. So for me to go and seek out a giant field with the intention of farming it, it's kind of a little rare. Shades of Calmlands, where every day I felt like a tourist in the game. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty good. We're kind of double fertilizing a section here, maybe. I don't think this section here necessarily needed it, but it's going to get it. Trying to see if I can see the other tractor over there. I see it over in the far corner. I just hope it's moving. A little harder to tell where I've been. How if I look this way? I guess you can see a bit of a shine. I wonder, I guess it's like we're getting some stripes there off to the right hand side. I wonder if that's just because maybe it's not applying the slurry where it doesn't need it. Could we be so lucky? Almost like the way precision farming would work, I think. We're like cruising through the slurry here. Gotta make sure not to wreck any of those sprayer tips there. That would cost me a fortune. It's already cost me... the best way to do that would be to stop smashing the sprayer into the telephone pole. The lease wasn't cheap to begin with, over $5,000, so I don't want to do any damage and lose it out of my security deposit. Alright, we're just about to run out again, so we'll head over and get just a tiny bit more. Yeah, we got a little bit more field left to do. I was reading I was reading a two-part comment from parts 1 and 2 of episode 11/12, and in I believe in part 1 of that two-part comment, you know who you are. Thank you for your constant feedback, which is fantastic. I just drove right through the pipe there. The comment was along the lines of, can you believe that by this episode that you've got the equipment you've got and the fields that you've got and kind of like as far as we've gotten here. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect when we started this map. I did quickly think, oh my god, it's going to be impossible to make any money. But if you remember early on, FS, the tree issue, like it just seems like there was so many issues early on, and things have been pretty much smooth sailing, I guess. But for sure, I honestly didn't know what to expect. But it did feel like it was going to be difficult. The thing that really turned it around for me, the TSN turning point of sorts, is that was the Gaming Joy sawmill and the trees on this property, because or on this map, because before we put that sawmill in, it was a struggle to deal with the trees. So if you wanted to expand a yard or do anything, you had to battle with those trees. Once that sawmill became available and we could just drag the entire tree into it, and then it would give us full value, even though the logs weren't the ideal size or whatever. That was a game changer, and it allowed me to really kind of level up hard. So you think about it, like when we started off today, I went and put 250,000 liters of wood in there. Now that was painful, man. Like taking the time to go and cut those stupid trees down. It's not like there's no mod that the trees just cut themselves down. You literally have to go and handle all of those trees. I was just about to say you got to go and handle wood, but I knew that wasn't going to sound right. So anyways, if you think about it, by the end, it was just a ton of effort, but that gave us a quick $250,000. Remember the collectibles? There's of the collectibles that are on the map, there's only $250,000 worth, right? 25 collectibles, I think it was. So this, I can just go cut down trees and basically access that same amount of money fairly quick. So that was definitely the game changer. So as soon as that starts to happen, and it's kind of like that in every map, right? In FS22, Maz was like that for me. It didn't, obviously we didn't necessarily put an official end to that series with the sort of the intro to FS25 and my break over the summertime sort of killed that series for me. But once I discovered that wood chips were as lucrative as they were, it was game over. Like all I had to do was sit there and cut as many trees and chip them, which was a massive pain in the ass. But in the end, I knew that if I put in the time, I'd have all kinds of money to be able to use in the game. Well, that was the same with the sawmill here. And you know what? I'm utilizing it on New Frontier right now too. That sawmill is really paving the way for us, right? So it makes me think that I might, and it's going to be hard to accept, but perhaps in when I get the opportunity to do like a true sort of hardcore survival series, where we start with nothing and we try to avoid all of the kind of like the nice stuff, I might not use that sawmill because it might make it too difficult or too easy for me. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely, yeah. Once I know for sure, I thought maybe this would take absolutely forever to get to the point where we have 3 farms that we could be proud of. But then it's not really taking that long, right? So even right now, like this lot that we're gonna buy to build out our yard, it's $100,000 and it's got about $100,000 worth of trees on it. So, I mean, I'm literally gonna put in an additional sawmill, and then we're gonna go and pull trees into it, and it's gonna work out good for us. So let's see how far we can get with the 5,000 liters. I think I'm going the right way here. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. So yes, every day I wake up on this map and we do something else, I realize that we're going to be progressing. So like today is going to be major progression by the time we're done. All right, so that's pretty good. There is a small corner. Let's go over to where our sprayer is over here. There's a small amount that I'm not gonna live with myself if I know that there's this tiny little bit that we could have done while I had still 2,900 liters of slurry that we paid for. And I want to say it's like right, yeah, it's like here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to return this. If you've never returned anything after a lease, you go in here, you do this. The Flegel Max Line Plus. And she gone. So let's take this. All right, so I know there's something we're going to need. We're going to need... All right, let's do this. Let's bring this back to the yard. Before we go and purchase a piece of property or the winch that we're going to need to drag some trees out of the way, let's go take this back up to the yard. We'll drop the sprayers. Oh. It's out anyways, so this... that field may... Let's remember in the future, that field may have some problems with weeds. I guess I didn't realize maybe the worker wasn't actually done. Maybe they were just out of herbicide, which is fine, I guess, because if I throw on some narrows at some point, I can probably spray whatever weeds pop up. But at least we've given our fields, sort of the best chance at being big proud fields. But anyways, we have a little bit of wool, so we'll take that up to the spinnery. And the other thing too, we're gonna do something with the silage, because in March our grass is gonna be ready to mow, and then and who knows what we're gonna do after that, to be honest with you. I mean, the grass will grow, and then, or do we still want, I guess grass will just keep growing, which is fine, but do we still care about grass if these sheep don't care? Like, they don't eat it. We still have, look at all the bales we have left. We have all of the original bales left. All right, I think we just put this, oh. I don't think I can drive with this sprayer in here. Oh no, it clears. Yeah, because I kind of figured I would just tuck it up here. I gotta start using this shed. Considering all the time, effort, and money that went into this shed, it's probably a good idea we start using it. So the one thing we're going to need to look at in our next yard, like, I like the way this yard is kind of off the road a little bit, right? And it's not, I mean, it's a busy area, but it's not super busy, and you really get the idea that there is a yard here, and you know, stay away, like, keep off. The next one's not so much. It's kind of like right in the middle of things. That's cool. These have the little casters on them. Alright, well, that's where that will live, so if I ever forget, then you can remind me if you don't mind. Alright, let's put the loader arms back on and get the pallet forks. So that will allow us to take the wool up. Oh, and then we can check the used store too. I've kind of done a good job not to really check it very much. I checked it. I don't think we checked it together. I checked it when I got on the map. Oh, you know what else? You know what else we'll do? We'll give this thing a quick hose off, because if we're going up to our... I mean, we own the spinnery, right? We have workers up there, and I certainly don't want to show up with a dirty tractor. We need a little self-respect. Just be careful I don't spray myself. I don't want to show up soaked. Yeah, let's give this thing a good hose off. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna take we don't have these aren't full pallets, but we'll take it up anyways. So I think I've mentioned in some episodes that I've been playing a lot of Hell Let Loose, the World War II strategy combat type game, where it's literally kind of like a first-person shooter where you're out doing battle. You know, you get weapons and stuff, but at the same time, it's the only success you get is by communicating with your squad via mic and headphones, and then everybody has their own sort of responsibilities depending on what type of sort of. Oh, no. Please give me back my forks. Depending on what kind of soldier you are, like what position you are, or what rank you are, or whatever, you know, you get different weapons, you have different duties, whatever. So, been playing that a lot. It's funny. It's the complete opposite of the farming simulator experience, obviously. But there's bombs going off, and you know, you will peek around a bush, and there'll be a tank right there ready to take your head off. Like, it's pretty awesome. A lot of noise and everything, so different than this. But I think I mentioned I thought it would be funny if I was more of a storyteller to kind of record some gameplay, almost in a role play sort of scenario. I think it would be great premise for how you ended up with your $5,000 and a piece of property for a survival series. So just jokingly, I got onto a troop transport yesterday, which you can kind of like proximity chat a little with the other soldiers who are on their way up to the front line, and I just kind of jokingly said, what's everybody got planned after the war? And one guy's like, I just want to see my kids. I thought that was so funny. I love stuff like that, man. So this guy, he knew the deal, and everyone else was just quiet. Nobody else wanted to say anything. So I kind of jokingly said, oh, I'm just a simple farmer that lost everything before the war, so that's why I'm here. But the recruiter promised me $5,000 and a piece of property to go back, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then nobody said anything. So I gotta kind of like try that a few times, and if I can get some good reactions from people, then I may try to figure out how to record it, and record it the same as this, screen record it, and we'll incorporate it into something. I just thought it was so funny. It was just like I said it, and then it was just crickets. Nothing. I'll find someone to play along with me. Alright, unfortunately there's no fabric waiting for us here. That would be nice if there was. Oh, why aren't you taking that? I think I must have missed the trigger. There we go. Okay, well that's fine. I don't need it yet. Yeah, hopefully they got a lot of the way through this field before they ran out of herbicide. Only time will tell, obviously. All right, so let's take this beast over to the store, and we'll get. I guess we'll buy the winch because it will be used extensively here in the first step of our creating the next farm, and then it will be used wholeheartedly in the next step towards funding that $500,000 piece of property. I have a plan for that. I'll show you soon. Kids in the back were just waving at me, so I had to kind of jump in there. Oh yeah, shoot. I think I can put the winch on the front first, and then we'll take that trailer and drop it back. Alright, let's just pop in there together and get the winch. Remember the old days when the frame rate was so bad? I couldn't even go into the store with you guys. Let's check here first. So this is still available. This means more now that we're looking at some at this next farm. I doubt that. Well, who knows? I mean, if we get to the point where we're still in the position and I can afford to pick this thing up, I think I would. Because is this not a good deal? Like 55% off there, 25 hours though. I mean, whatever. 22 hours on that, but 15 meters. I don't know. This is what I want over on New Frontier. I think we keep looking at the same stuff over and over again. More seeds. I think we got the best deal on seeds. We're not making any bales. That's a weeder. I thought it was maybe a cultivator. We looked at that. That's insanely expensive for a relatively well, sorry, I looked at that because it's not the most powerful motor. We looked at all of this. I looked at this. Yes, very expensive and not the most powerful one. And we don't need that right now anyway, so stop looking at that. Plows. Don't need anything there. We did look at that. Oh, look who showed up. It's the Great Plains Cedar. Yeah. Oh, there's canola there. So maybe canola hasn't moved over to the planter. I swear I saw canola in that plant for that planter. All right. So like I think I can put this in the front. Yeah. I mean, I likely could just keep it on the front too. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, let's get this trailer home. So in regards to the other yard, I think I might have started to talk about this, but then stopped because something else was going on, and I tend to jump around a bit. But because of the proximity to a lot of stuff happening on this other yard that you're going to see here, we'll likely probably utilize some kind of fencing. For the first time, so we'll probably fence in the lot, and I'll probably just take it's on a piece of land you're going to see where I might just gravel the entire thing, and then and just work with that. It's grass and trees right now, but we may just come in and just level it and just make it totally functional. I do so. I mean, every farm has to have a farmhouse, but that doesn't necessarily mean the farmhouse has to be on the farm. So. It doesn't have to be pretty. We'll just loop around and tuck this behind the greenhouses. forget about that. Okay, so I don't think I need anything else. I think we can just go and yeah, let's go look at the future of Northern Farms. So this is our fabric farm, right? Cotton, wool, making fabric, making some of the best designer fabrics around. And then our new properties are going to be down here in the bottom corner. Or is this the top corner? Where on the map is this? Maybe it's the top corner. I don't know. Don't matter. So, and if I'm smart, our final farm would be that one. Because then everything's right in the same spot. And I like that farm. So I can see the oil mill right now, that reddish building on the banks of the river. Alright, yeah, sorry. I paused to get a thumbnail, which you will have seen, and or if I use that one, and I moved the winch to the back there. So here, this will be our production, and I wonder where the trigger is. This looks like a little store. It's like an office here. I'm guessing that if there was a trigger to purchase, it would be right around here. Oh. Oh, right there. Okay, there, $240,000. So, I mean, that's not $500,000. So we're not going to buy that right yet. No. But this will be ours. Well, it comes with a full staff, so we don't have to do anything. So it makes complete sense. It makes far more sense than if we just place this down on our own farm. Which I always think is so funny, but well, you know, we do it anyways. I'm doing it over on New Frontier, sort of. Just got to get the right zoning and then it works for you, right? Okay, so that's where our oil mill is going to be. So look how close everything is here. So just up the hill here. So do you see, not this first field here on the right, but you see, so this first field here on the right, we may want to incorporate at some point, but the next two fields, so we're going to purchase those two fields and merge them, and then that will be where we put those sunflowers. You can plant in March and April, so we just got to get those fields bought, merged, expanded, and then as we do, and lime them up and put sunflower seeds in there. This, for sure, this lot right here may become ours. It's not priority by any means. This obscenely large field right here for $475,000 will hopefully become a canola field before August, because I believe August is when we can plant canola, which seems odd. Is it like that on every map? For some reason, I don't think it is. Kind of drive through this guy's field, but so you can see here we have, just to put things in context, let's say each one of these trees is worth 10 grand, 10, 20, 30, 40. That one's probably worth, well, let's call 10, so 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. There's about $150,000 plus. I think like a tree like this, I think is worth close to 20 grand. So let's call it 150 minimum just in trees on this end of the property. So $475,000 is the property. Well, take 150 grand right off because we get to take those trees out of there. I tell you, man, that sawmill makes a massive difference. Let's go to the other end here. We may want to pick that field up too. It would make sense that sort of that field, this mega field here, and those three fields were our oil crops. There's a stand of bushes right on the other side there, and then there's another field right on the other, like to the left of it. So I mean, you could make a massive field over there. Oop, there was another sign. Yeah, you could just make a massive field and doing that, stretching that entire side of the road. But anyways, here's the other end of the property. So I think I can take the windmill out, but I can't take the water tower out. So we may just want to make throw in a couple little trees, build a small island there, and then I doubt we'll try to leave like a little access road to it or anything. We'll probably just put field all around it. But yeah, we can expand the field all the way down to the corner there if we wanted. But yeah, this is going to be one of those stupid fields. I don't know if I even did a contract in that field. I know I did tons of contracts in that field right there. That's 71, I think. 77, I just looked on the map. Okay, so over here is going to be the land, which I think we're going to buy right now, because we have $220,000 and it's $100,000. Oh, look, it's the cooperage. That's what we will have just put in on New Frontier. Still such a strange name, unless cooperage is actually proper terminology. Then I guess it's not so strange. Okay, this might seem strange, but in typical fashion, here's our lot. So let's look at the map here. Okay, we are currently here. So this property basically skirts the line of the edge of the map and includes both sides of this road. And is now ours. So if we go kind of over to here, I should hit the edge of the map here, right here. I don't think I can back up very far. No, there it is. So forget this side of the map, forget this side of the road. But basically, it goes behind the barn there, all the way over to where you can just see the road over the shoulder of the barn. So that lot right there, and then the lot on the other side. So same thing, we have trees, 10, 20, possibly 30 if we can get this tree on the end over here. Oh yeah. No, that one's out. So 30 right there. Out. $40, $50, $60. $70, $80. If we want it, 90. So there's $100,000 here just on this hill and that first little lot. Then over here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's like 180. I bet you there's $200,000 because some of these trees, like this tree here, is going to be worth 20 grand probably. So there's easily $200,000 in trees here and $150,000 worth of trees on that property over there. So that's, call the 150 plus like 100 from here, because 100 goes to the purchase of this side. So we got $250,000 towards the 475. So that property, this giant property over there, really cost us, a couple $100,000. And then the two properties on the other side are about, I want to say about $140,000 combined. That doesn't include the corner property, which I don't know how much that is, but I'm not too worried about that yet. So I hope you can see the vision here. This is going to be so you can see why I was saying I gotta have to fence it in, because we're really sort of we're kind of exposed here, right? There's not a lot of privacy. If thieves want to come in and take our equipment, now cars use this road, so I can't really block this road off, but I could put an entrance. I don't know, like, so if I want to actually fence it in as a proper yard, we likely would want to put the entrance in on the middle here and have you know, have it open to both sides here so we could kind of freely go back and forth and then up and down this road. I just don't want to block it too much for like harvesters, because we are going to want to take a harvester out to that field, right? So we'll have to figure that out. But this building goes bye-bye. This sawmill will find a temporary home here, because once these trees are gone, we're not going to have this here. Not that we don't love the sawmill, but we don't need it at that point. Wait, everything's that way, so... no, but if I'm dragging them... I want it on a bit of an angle. Oh. Whoops. I just accidentally whipped out the chainsaw. So that's the plan. So currently I have $111,000, and we want to get those 2 far side lots purchased. Actually, we didn't check one thing over there. All right, there's the big field. $463,000, so it's less than I mentioned. $80,000, 66. So about $145,000. Everything's withered. We're gonna have an interesting silo on our property. I think like that tree is easily worth 20 grand. And on the property. Oh, look. Jeez, this property goes all the way down the hill. All right, I'm going to be a savage for trees. There's so much. I got to buy these properties now, I think. So I'm telling you, between this episode and next, by the time you guys come back from wherever it is you go when I hang up, I'm going to have these properties bought, and we're going to have all these trees down. Look at this. Oh yeah, that's some... We have some opportunity around here. And probably a killer view. I don't know if I'd say killer, but it's not that bad. We found a collectible in here. So this is that middle piece I was talking about. So we could potentially eventually... Is this spinach over here? Spinach. So we could merge this field with those fields and have just a massive field. Or we could potentially... obviously still get this field over here and then put our farmhouse in the middle here after cleaning it up, right? Because we could just put a driveway in here. You would drive in through here. All these bushes would be gone. We'd have some nice, beautiful manicured grass. This old shed would be gone. We could take down the trees here that are obstructing our $179,000 view. And yeah, we'd have a beautiful view of that bridge. We could call it Bridgerton Manor. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd say tell me what you think, but I will probably have already... this is kind of a rare moment because I literally have nothing else recorded. So this video... That's not necessarily true. I have one video that's going out on Monday. That is a New Frontier video, which is recorded, and then this one. So this one will go out on the Wednesday, and it's Friday right now. So I'm pretty current as far as where we're at. So anyways, that's basically what the plan is. So perhaps we can just cut down these trees while you're here. And you know what? This one's close enough. We might use the might and strength of our tractor to just push this tree in. I don't have the mod that you can pick the speed of your chainsaw. Oh, look, and then it just decided to stop. I swear that's my mouse. I think my mouse is I use the crap of this mouse for work. I use it for games. This called this work, I guess, whatever. But so it's failing me. Just get all the way to the tree, please. So I was. Oh, can I just? Is that in the trigger? I was kind of half thinking maybe I would just wait. I would fill up the sawmill and wait until you guys were here to just hit that sell button. But you know what? You don't care, do you? I mean, we all know that the sawmill holds 250,000 liters. So, I mean, oh yeah, look at this. The Z-Door on New Frontier would never be able to push a tree like this. But yeah, so I mean, I guess there's probably no sense in just sitting on that all the wood until everyone shows up. Look, 19,000 liters in that one, so at $1,000 roughly per 1,000 liters, that's 20 grand. I'm just gonna set this to sell. And then every time we hit the hour, whatever's in there is just gonna sell. So by the time we, I mean, we'll take a couple trees down here together, but by the time we reconvene after, between now and the next episode, I'm gonna have some money. I'm gonna do my best not to spend the money until you guys get back, other than those fields. And if it looks like there's a premium piece of used equipment that I'm worried might disappear, like if another farmer sees it, then I may have to scoop that up too and just put it aside until you get back. Anybody not used this winch before? It is a little bit quirky in the game. It's limited to a maximum of 4 trees or logs or whatever, and then there is a weight restriction. Oh my god, it's just crazy how this pulls. I struggle over on New Frontier with the winch there, but with this big tractor and all that horsepower, there's no problems. So that was, yeah, so see, the first tree was 19,000 liters. That one was basically 10,000 liters, and 10,000 liters, really equates to $10,000. So we'll use the. I was gonna push these ones over, but we'll just strap it to the winch. So this will be another $10,000. So that's like, it'll be like $40,000 just between the three trees. Oh, we're gonna be rich if we don't get buried in snow. If you look at the forecast. So, anyways. With this shitty graphics, look at that. I think, have we talked about this yet? Or I should also mention just another full disclosure moment, but I actually fully recorded this episode earlier today, to be honest with you. But I watched it back and I really didn't like the flow of it, so I deleted when I did it the first time. It actually amounted to about an hour and 40 minutes of recording. So I deleted it because I didn't like how it came out. So we've now gone and basically redone every single thing that I did already. So I don't know. It's just kind of the level of commitment that we're putting into this thing to make sure that I don't know, the experience is as good as I can make it. Anyways, not saying that. These videos are going to be the production quality of some people literally put in so much effort and make amazing, like the montages that Farmer Mike makes are fantastic, right? I think they're great. The work that especially he can do it too because he knows how to do it. But when Josh and Gaming Joy goes in and edits a little piece of land on the Hutan Pantai map, so now it's purchasable. He's got the ability to do that, so he goes in and does it. And I mean, that you don't need to do that stuff, but that takes time and effort, right? I don't feel like I always put the same level of effort in. I just kind of like to get in there and farm and goof around. But I mean, watching some of those montages, that's not a small feat. Even I remember on Comlands when Josh was doing Gaming Joy had 2 computers going, so he had a separate computer recording himself doing forestry work, and then he was able to use that as like a third person time lapse, which we just don't have the ability to do. We don't have those camera angles otherwise, so that that stuff takes time and effort. So this will not be the production quality of those kind, but when I see something I don't like, i.e. Almost 2 hours really of recording, it's gone and we'll do it over again. So just a funny little side note there, but I think on that side note, we're going to leave this here, as we've now got almost $50,000 worth of wood in there. And I think you can pretty much predict when I see you next, we're going to be rolling in dough, and we'll have a bunch of property. But honestly, that other farm, other than just maintaining the sheep, we're going to have to mow the grass, which sort of seems like a non-issue now, meaning that we've got grass there that, our sheep don't eat any grass, so it almost doesn't matter, but whatever. So we're going to mow the grass, and we're going to keep feeding the sheep, and we're going to keep moving their wool over to the spinnery. But later on this year, we're going to have a massive harvest for our cotton, and we're going to dump that in the spinnery and really sort of supercharge it, hopefully. But so that's kind of it for that farm. And honestly, I think I've qualified because it has a business of its own. I built the shed. I think when they said build a constructible, I think they meant like just build something rather than like build, like, because I think there's like a playground you can build on the map. Like there's a bunch of weird stuff on the map. I don't think the intention was to build any of that stuff. I think the intention was to build anything. So I built the shed. We have a farmhouse. The only thing though, I have the bulk purchase, which looks like a silo. I have the bunker silo, right, for the silage. Does that qualify as a silo? I guess I may ask the powers that be over at Crustu and Rusty Money Gaming headquarters, and see if we've met the qualifications for what a farm should be. And then we're talking about farm number 2 now, folks, and it's the 13th episode. We're still in year 1. Barely. We're almost coming up to year 2, so we're well on our way. Anyways, I'll shut up now and say goodbye. So, all right, goodbye.